To stimulate conversation with dementia residents, you need to ask searching questions that activate the mind and memory, and then sit back patiently and wait for the answer. So such questions can be, say to your mother, "Mum, how are you feeling? How are you sleeping? How's your eating going? What foods are you enjoying here?" Then if no response from that, "Okay, Mum, so where would you like to sit? Do you want to sit in the sun? Do you want to go for a walk around the corridors, or do you want us to go to your room and maybe we can have a cup of tea there?" So stimulating the conversation, stimulating her cognition so that she has to start thinking in order to be able to give an answer. It's not about just sitting down and having a cup of tea and, saying pretty much nothing. There needs to be engagement, and there needs to be stimulation within the conversation with input coming in. Now, information is always imperative. To bring information that your mother finds interesting. It could be that she enjoys House and Garden or the newspaper or some women's magazines, but try and bring in information that stimulates both you and your parent or the person that you're visiting at the dementia facility. If you're not finding it interesting, chances are you won't be able to garner any enthusiasm for it. So it's much better if the topic itself interests both you and the person you're with. Or at least if it doesn't interest you, try and muster up some interest in it. So at least you have some enthusiasm when discussing it with, say, your mother. So if, for example, your mother has always enjoyed the National Geographic, and she's always received a weekly subscription for years. So maybe she doesn't have the subscription at the unit, but maybe you've picked up the subscription, or you've found old National Geographics at home. Bring them in, pick out an interesting article and go through it with her. So if, for example, you know that she likes baby elephants, and so do you now that you're starting to study them, just pick up on those really interesting points that pretty much anyone would find interesting. So for example, if you're flicking through the article, no doubt there'll be a picture of a baby elephant if it's on elephants, and hopefully one of the baby elephant when it's just been born. Now that's very interesting. And you can say to your mother, "Now, Mum, do you know that with these baby elephants, as soon as they're born, they need to start walking?" And no doubt she'll say, "Really? That's amazing." I mean, everyone finds that amazing, that a little baby elephant has to walk as soon as it's born because, it's a herd and they need to keep walking. Well, yes, Mum. Those baby elephants born in the wild, it's incredibly hard for them. As soon as they're born, within minutes of being born, they need to get up on their feet and keep walking with the herd. It's unbelievable. And also then there might be another little picture of the little baby elephant holding on to the tail of the mother with its trunk. And if your mother points that out, you can ask her, "Now, why do you think the little baby elephant's holding on to the tail of the mother?" She doesn't know, but she's thinking. And then you can say, "Well, Mum, it's just like when you used to hold onto our hand, pull us along the street to help us. Holding onto that little tail, the elephant with its trunk holding onto the tail of the mother helps it walk along because it's pretty fast with all those big mother elephants and the little baby elephant having to catch up. So, that's all interesting. It's lovely, it's light, it's engaging, and Mum's looking at the pictures, and you give the magazine for her to keep and look at over the week, and then you can discuss another article next time you come. So it's all very interesting, and it's really a matter of asking stimulating questions, having stimulating information, and encouraging your mother to communicate. But she won't be able to communicate unless she finds it interesting and is absorbing the material. But once she's absorbed it, you'll see her interest, her eyes, her expression, her, body language, looking at the article in the elephant, you'll see it. And when there's that cognition and engagement, then you can start pulling information from her and get her to come into some dialogue with you. So I've written about these topics in these 2 books, The Resident's Voice and The Resident's Rise, both on Amazon and my website, description below. So please subscribe if you're interested in this channel and pass on the links. Thank you.